In this video we're gonna see how I created an MVARTZ avatar for a colleague of mine, and today I want to share with you how you can join that family and join the MVARTZ-verse. Welcome back to the channel. It has been a hot minute, but we're back. So I start in a scene where I have my avatar already, just to have a reference to the proportions. If you want to do the same thing, you can go over to MVARTZ.com and download Mascot. You have your reference right there. And really, we can break this down to 7 steps, I think. I import a round cube, and from here I'm gonna decide what shape I'm gonna use as the base shape for the body. In this case, I think I'm gonna go for a peanut kind of shape. You can do whatever you want, keep the shape language in mind, use triangles for a more evil character, for example. I'm just pushing around some vertices to get a decent shape to start with. I use the box selection tool to measure out the proportions and figure out where the arm should be. When I found out where the arm should be, I selected a loop of vertices and used the extra loop tools to make a circle and inset one circle again, and then extrude the arms out. Shape them roughly so you can form this arm. Work in the elbows, work in the shoulders, the wrist, and roughly position them. I think they're a bit too thick for this character, so I'm gonna shrink them down. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the leg, using loop tools and creating a circle. This time the circle is on 50% or something, then inset it again and circle it to 100%. Extrude that circle down and we have the legs. Let me use the loop tools on the arm as well, so I create a nice circular shape for the arm as well. And this is the base shape for the body. The fun can start now. We can start designing some attributes. This is where you can shine and let your character come through. I start with a round cube, delete the bottom, and sculpt in a rough shape for the foot. Pushing around some vertices. I don't really care about the topology that much at this point, because I'm gonna retopologize it later. We end up with this shoe. That is a pretty funky shoe if you ask me. And like I said, now I'm gonna retopologize it. I use a plane and use the snapping tool and some other functions you can get with the F2 add-on. Some people like retopologizing, some don't, but I find it quite relaxing. Just fill out the form of the shoe to the best of your abilities, or whatever shape you might be retopologizing. Then I want to cut out some shapes from the bottom to make a heel. Open up the shoe on top and do the same thing for the front, where the lid should be. After I modeled this lip, I used an edge loop from this and deleted the bottom half. Then converted this edge loop to a curve and used this to make some straps. Extruding to get a planar surface and using the tilt, that's Ctrl-T, to rotate it into place, and adding a solidify modifier to give it some thickness. Once again, I use a plane, and this time we're going to use it to make a belt buckle, deleting only the faces, and we're left with the outer edges. I convert it to a curve and use the depth to give it some thickness. Now we're going to guide the strap around the buckle and do the same thing for the upper strap. Move it into place slightly. You can use proportional editing or sculpting or whatever you like. Always keeping in mind to have clean shapes from every angle. If you are wondering how I did this face, I have a complete tutorial, a playlist on how to do this. I'll link it up top or down below. Now on to making the clothing, in this case a sweater. I duplicate the body, and in that duplication I select this edge loop and delete these edge loops. Grab the rest I don't need with an island selection and delete them. Delete the bottom half, and there you go, we're already 90% there. You can add in all the details that you want, but for this sweater I'm gonna keep it quite simple. I'm gonna circle the bottom to like 60% or something, so we have a nice shape, so it fits nicely around the legs. I'm sorry I did not record modeling the finger, however, you can see the topology right here. It's basically the same thing as extruding the arms or the legs. Grab 4 vertices, grab 4 faces, inset, make a circle with loop tools and extrude. It's coming along nicely. So we're gonna make some more attributes, and this time I want to make some glasses. And like I did with the belt buckle, I just create a shape, delete all the faces, I'm left with the outer edges, make an inset, and now we have the rim of the glasses. Duplicate them and mirror them across, model in a bridge for the glasses. That should be easy, using clipping in the mirror modifier. One thing I like to do is being lazy and reusing shapes from existing meshes. For the legs of the glasses, I select this edge loop from the face, duplicate it and model it from there, using solidify, or you can use a skin modifier. There are multiple ways you can do this, but you get the gist. Mirroring it over so we have two sides, of course. Let's move on to creating the hair. I use curves for this, and you can just massage the curves into shapes you like the strands to be. So how do we get this nice looking hair shape? I use a circle as a bevel object, so I create a circle. So for the other curve I go to bevel and switch it to object. Select the object that we just created and use the handles to create some nice shapes. You can even insert another circle, for example, and that creates the illusion of some strands. So yeah, just modeling away, following the hairline. If you are interested in a more detailed tutorial on making hair like this, let me know in the comments down below. Then for the bun on top of the head, I used a knot, then used a similar bevel hair curve kind of thingy, and afterwards you can move the curve around to get it a bit more in place, so overlapping shapes are not so much intruding each other. So yeah, there you have it. This is how I create my avatars for this MVARTZ-verse. If you'd like to join our family, please do let me know and share your avatars with me on either Instagram or Twitter. So yeah guys, that's it for now. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and as always, stay creative. I'll see you next time. Ciao.